There is a sentence that English learners say all the time. And every time they say it, native speakers hear something completely different from what the learner intended. The sentence is, I have little friends. What the learner means is, I do not have many friends. What native speakers hear is, my friends are physically very small, tiny people. That is the kind of mistake that changes the entire meaning of what you wanted to say. And it happens because of four words: some, few, little, and any.
Sarah, I just realized I have said I have little time and meant I am busy. Is that also wrong?
Actually, that one is correct. And understanding why that is correct, but I have little friends is wrong, is the entire lesson today. Four words, one master rule that connects them all. And once you see that rule, every sentence with some, few, little, or any becomes clear and automatic.
There is one word, one tiny word, that we reveal at minute 11 that changes the entire meaning of few and little, from negative to positive. Without that word, these are negative words. With it, completely different message. We get to that at minute 11. Stay for it.
And at the end of this episode, we give you a 4-question decision chart. Answer 4 questions, you always choose the right word. That chart is at the end.
Before we start, which of these four words confuses you most? Write it in the comments right now. Some, few, little, or any. We read every single answer, and it shapes what we teach next. Subscribe to Talk Sarah Daily if you have not already. A new English lesson every single day, completely free. Let us start with the two that learners use most and mix up most: some and any. Let's go.
Some and any. These two words both describe an unspecified quantity. Some amount, some number. Not zero, not all. Somewhere in between. But they live in completely different sentence types, and mixing them up produces sentences that feel wrong to every native speaker.
What is the basic rule?
Some belongs in positive sentences. Sentences where something exists, where something is available, where something is present. I have some money. The money exists. There are some biscuits on the table. The biscuits are there. She made some tea. The tea was made. Positive reality, some.
I bought some vegetables at the market today.
Perfect. Positive statement. Something was obtained. Some.
There are some messages waiting for you.
Excellent. Something exists and is present. Some. Now, any. Any belongs in negative sentences and in genuine questions. Situations where we do not know if something exists, or where we are saying it does not. I don't have any money. The money is absent. Negative, any. There aren't any biscuits left. None remain. Negative, any. Do you have any questions? Genuine question. I don't know if questions exist in your mind. Any.
I didn't buy any vegetables today.
Perfect. Negative sentence. Any.
Did you receive any messages?
Excellent. Genuine question, not assuming yes. Any. Now, here is the part most learners miss. Some can appear in questions, but only when you are offering something, or when you expect the answer to be yes. Would you like some tea? You are offering. You expect they will probably want it. Some. But do you have any tea? Is a genuine question. You do not know if there is tea. Any.
The feeling of the question changes the word.
Exactly. Can I have some help? You expect someone will help. You are making a polite request. Some. Is there any help available? Genuinely uncertain. Any.
So, some in questions means you expect yes. Any in questions means you genuinely do not know.
That is the complete distinction. And there is one more critical use of any. In positive sentences, where it means it does not matter which one, or there are no restrictions. Any day works for me. Not a negative sentence, but any signals no restriction. Open choice. Take any seat you like.
You can call me anytime. No restriction. Any option is acceptable.
This any feels different. It is about freedom of choice.
Yes, restriction-free any. Compare, I'll take some biscuits. Specific, unspecified quantity. I'll take any biscuits. I don't mind which type. The feeling is completely different.
Now, some and any both work with countable nouns, things you can count, and with uncountable nouns, things you cannot count.
Yes. Some water, uncountable. Some apples, countable. Any information, uncountable. Any friends, countable. Some and any are flexible. They work with both noun types. This is important because the next two words, few and little, are not flexible. They each belong to only one type, and that is the master rule of this entire episode.
Hold that thought. Few and little are coming. But first, write a comment right now. Use some in one sentence and any in another sentence. Real life situations. 2 sentences. Drop them below. We want to see your understanding before we go deeper.
Now, few. And the moment I promised, where one tiny word changes everything from negative to positive. Few. This word exists only for countable nouns. Nouns you can count one by one. Friends, books, minutes, opportunities, ideas, people. These are countable. You can say 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends. Few belongs with these words.
And few means a small number?
Few means a small number. But here's what most learners do not know. Few without the article a carries a negative feeling. It means not enough, almost none, disappointingly small. Few people came to the party. That sentence sounds sad. It means almost nobody came. The number was less than expected or hoped for.
Few students pass the exam.
Negative feeling. The number who passed was disappointingly small. Most failed.
There are few opportunities in this city.
Pessimistic. Discouraging. There is a lack of opportunities.
Now, a few, with the article.
A few, with the article a, completely changes the feeling. A few means a small number, but positive or neutral. Some, enough, satisfactory. A few people came to the party. That sentence sounds fine. Some people came, a reasonable number, no disappointment.
Same number of people, completely different emotional message.
Exactly. The number itself may be identical, but few says it was not enough. A few says it was fine, perhaps small, but acceptable. I have a few ideas. Positive. I have some. I have few ideas. Negative. I am struggling. Barely any ideas.
We have a few minutes before the meeting.
Positive. We have some time, enough to do something useful.
We have few minutes before the meeting.
Negative and more formal. Almost no time. Urgency. Stress. Same number of minutes, different feeling. The article a is the switch that flips the meaning.
So A is the word that was promised, the one tiny word that changes negative to positive.
For a, yes. The article a transforms it from not enough to some. Write this down. Few alone equals not enough, disappointing. A few equals some, acceptable, positive. And both few and a few only work with countable nouns.
Few books, a few books, few ideas, a few ideas. Always countable. Things with a plural form.
Always. You cannot use few or a few with water, time, money, information. These are uncountable. That is where little enters. But before we go there, let me show you why I have little friends is wrong.
Yes, the mistake from the beginning of the episode.
Friends is a countable noun. You can count friends. 1, 2, 3. Countable nouns need few or a few, not little. I have few friends. Correct. Slightly sad. Means not many. I have a few friends. Correct. Positive means some. I have little friends. Wrong. Little is for uncountable nouns. Using little with a countable noun produces a sentence that means the friends themselves are physically small.
Little with countable, describing the physical size. Few with countable, describing the quantity.
Permanently and importantly different. Few friends, not many friends. Little friends, small-sized friends. Context makes it obvious which the learner intended, but it still sounds wrong immediately to a native speaker.
The rule for everyone listening: if you can count it, few or a few, never little. Write a few sentence in the comments. Tell us something you have only a few of in your life. We want the real answers.
Now, little. And the same article rule, but for a completely different kind of noun. Little. This word does exactly what few does, but for uncountable nouns. Nouns you cannot count individually. Water, time, money, information, patience, hope, advice. These nouns have no plural form. You cannot say one water, two waters, three waters in natural English. They are measured, not counted. Little belongs with these.
And little, without the article a? The same negative feeling as few without a?
Exactly the same pattern. Little alone means not enough, almost none, disappointingly small amount. There is little hope. That sentence is sad, almost no hope. I have little time today, almost no time. I am very busy. She has little patience. She is running out, almost none left.
There is little information available about this topic.
Negative. Barely any information exists. A frustrating situation.
Now, a little, with the article.
A little flips to positive, just like a few did. A little means a small amount, but positive, sufficient, acceptable. There is a little hope. Some hope exists. Not a lot, but enough to continue. I have a little time. We can talk. Some time is available. Good. She has a little patience left. Not much, but some remains.
I have a little money saved. Some savings exist. Positive.
Versus, I have little money saved. Almost nothing saved. Negative and concerning.
One article, A, moves the entire meaning from negative to positive for both few and little.
That is the key insight of this whole episode. No A, negative, not enough. With A, positive, some, acceptable. Few for countable. Little for uncountable. Both follow the same article rule.
Now, the master rule, the one framework that connects all four words.
Here it is. Some and any work with both countable and uncountable nouns. They're flexible. They move freely between both types. But few and a few belong only to countable nouns. And little and a little belong only to uncountable nouns. The countable and uncountable boundary is the master rule.
Let me put it simply. I ask myself, can I count this? Yes, few or a few. No, little or a little.
That question is the decision. Can I count it? 1, 2, 3? Friends, yes. Few or a few. Water? No. Little or a little. Books? Yes. Few or a few. Money? No. Little or a little. Time? No. Little or a little. Ideas? Yes. Few or a few.
And then I ask, am I being positive or negative about the amount? Positive or neutral? Add A. Negative, not enough? No A.
2 questions. That is the complete system. Countable or not, positive or negative. Those 2 answers give you few, a few, little or a little automatically every single time.
And for some and any, the question is simply positive sentence or offer? Some. Negative sentence or genuine question? Any.
4 words,
4 questions, permanent clarity. If you have made it to this point, and you clearly have, you now understand something that trips up learners at every level, from A2 to B2. The master rule is yours. What comes next fixes the mistakes so that rule never slips.
Write a little or a little sentence in the comments.
Tell us something you have a little of, or something you have little of in your life. We want both the positive and negative versions. Mistakes, real ones. Every single error in this section is something we have heard or read from real learners at multiple levels.
Mistake 1?
And this is the most important one.
I have little friends. Using little with a countable noun. Friends are countable. 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends. Countable nouns need few or a few. The correct versions are I have few friends, negative, not many, or I have a few friends, positive, some. Little friends describes the physical size of the friends. That is a completely different and bizarre sentence. Little friends, tiny people. Few friends, not many people. The word choice completely changes what the speaker has communicated. Mistake 2. There is few water left. Using few with an uncountable noun. Water is uncountable. You cannot say 1 water, 2 waters. Uncountable nouns need little or a little. The correct versions, there is little water left. Negative, barely any. Or there is a little water left. Positive, some remains. Few water is not English. Few for countable. Little for uncountable. The nouns tell you which word to choose. Mistake 3. Missing the article a and changing the meaning without realizing it. I have few minutes. Let's talk. The speaker probably means I have some minutes. Let's use them. But few without a sounds negative. Almost no minutes. We are rushing. The intended positive meaning means I have a few minutes. Let's talk. A small amount that is enough. The article a is not decoration. It flips the meaning. Adding or removing a from few and little completely changes whether the sentence is good news or bad news. Mistake 4. Using some in a negative sentence. I don't have some money. Some does not belong in negatives. I don't have any money. Negative, any. Learners sometimes carry some from the positive version of the sentence into the negative, but the word must change when the sentence turns negative. Positive, some. Negative, any. The sign of the sentence determines the word. Mistake 5. Using any in a sentence without restriction meaning when some is needed. Would you like any tea? This sounds strange as an offer. You are offering tea. You expect the answer is probably yes. Would you like some tea? That is the natural offer. Any in an offer implies you are genuinely uncertain whether tea is desired, and it can sound slightly cold or clinical as an offer. Some for warm offers. Any for genuine neutral questions. The feeling of the interaction matters. 5 real mistakes. 5 permanent fixes. Each one of these corrections immediately makes your English sound more natural to every native speaker who hears it. Practice time. Say each answer out loud before Leo gives it. Production of the correct word is how it moves from memory into instinct.
Let's go.
Situation 1. You are telling a friend about your busy week. Blank. I only have blank time this week. Maybe we can meet next week instead. Options. A. Little. B. A little. C. Few. D. A few.
A. Little. Time is uncountable. Cannot say 1 time, 2 times in this context. And the sentence has a negative feel. Only signals it is not enough. Little. Uncountable and negative.
Perfect. Situation 2. Someone asks if you have any ideas for the project. Blank. Actually, yes. I have blank ideas I would like to share. Options. A. Little. B. Few. C. A few. D. A little.
C. A few. Ideas are countable. 1 idea, 2 ideas. And the sentence is positive. Actually, yes signals good news. a few. Countable and positive.
Exactly right. Situation 3. You open the fridge and tell your partner what you found. Blank. There is blank milk left, enough for 1 cup of tea. Options: A, few, B, a few, C, little, D, a little.
D. A little. Milk is uncountable. You cannot count 1 milk, 2 milks. And the sentence is positive. Enough for 1 cup is reassuring. A little. Uncountable and positive.
Beautiful. Situation 4. Your colleague asks if you received feedback on your report. Blank. I haven't received blank feedback yet. Options: A, some, B, any, C, few, D, little.